concerned with the weather.
So 7 was the original plan?
Yeah, we were always
shorter.
doing 7. Yeah, no. Last year was the first year we were here, and I
You ready
decided
for
with the time frame it was another way to do it. All right.
Welcome to SUNY Old Westbury on Long Island's scenic North Shore as we welcome you to our coverage of the Long Island Midweek Baseball League. Today, it's the 35 and older All-Star Game as the top players show off their skills in this annual classic. Hello and welcome to SUNY Old Westbury. I'm Hal Sass, joined by League President Tim Hott. Tim, great to be back for another year. Wet skies, I don't think it's going to dampen the spirits of these players today.
No, it won't, Hal. Thanks. And this is, I think, our 15th year doing this. Beautiful SUNY Old Westbury skies. Yeah, a little bit damp, but I think we'll get the game in.
Well, let's talk about what midweek baseball is. We talk about it every year, but let's let everybody know a little more about the league. It's midweek baseball, hence midweek baseball.
Absolutely. It's the alternative for guys who can't play on the weekends or who work on weekends. You're in the metropolitan area. You have a lot of people who don't necessarily work a Monday to Friday 9 to 5 job. So we're the alternative.
So today's All-Star Game is kind of interesting because we've got 35 and older is what we're calling it, but it's actually two divisions, 35 and older and 48 and older, and
Right.
Both of them are wood bat.
Absolutely. In fact, the entire league is wood bat. We have not had a metal bat division in 2 years now. And it's funny because, when we first introduced wood bat, the whining and crying, oh, I spent so much on my metal bat, oh, wood bats are going to break. And now you couldn't pay people to go back and play metal bat.
So some people might say 35 and older, 48 and older. What kind of baseball are we going to see? But it's actually a pretty good brand of baseball.
You're going to see a surprisingly good brand of baseball. We have guys playing in the 48 and over division who are into their 50s and are still throwing in the 80s. You'll see guys who can get the ball out of here if somebody grooves one down the middle, and you're going to see guys who can actually run and throw.
So it's the Long Island Midweek Baseball 35 and older All-Star Game, and it's coming up next. And back at SUNY Old Westbury, Hal Sass, Tim Hott, Long Island Midweek Baseball 35 and older All-Star Game. Kevin McTeague on the mound, the left-hander. Goes into the wind, and the first pitch in for a called strike in the outside corner.
He's facing Chuck Korn from the Long Island Legends, one of our 48 and over teams.
Korn takes that on the inside corner. He's in a hole at 0-2.
And Chuck is a veteran. He among many of the All-Stars here today, Hal, have been playing in men's senior baseball for more than 15 years.
Time is called as Korn steps out. Overcast skies, temperatures probably in the upper 70s right now. A little bit of humidity, a little bit of a breeze coming in as well. Not much of a wind here at SUNY Old Westbury. And the lefty comes with the 0-2, and that ball hit toward short. A diving grab for the first out. Beautiful play at short. There's one away. So Ben Caliendo from the Yankees will step in, right-handed batter, with no one on and one down here in the top of the first. McTeague on the mound, nicknamed the Lighthouse. 35 years old, 6'4". Comes in with the heat for a strike on the outside corner. 0-1 the count on Ben Caliendo.
And Benny Caliendo is one of those guys, like a number of guys in the league, who plays on more than one team in more than one age division. So Benny plays in both the 25 and over, where he manages a team, the New York Grizzlies, and then he also plays for the Tri-County Yankees in the 35 and over.
1-1 pitch in for a called strike. 1-2, working both sides of the plate to the first two batters.
Benny hitting .520 for the season, and McTeague found something not to his liking there in the mound.
Tim, the first thing I look at, I see McTeague on the mound. Who does he remind you of?
Oh my God! For the Yankees, Goose Gossage.
David Wells.
Oh, thank you.
Now comes sidearm, drops down on that delivery, and evens the count at 2-2.
Although
big guy.
Goose Gossage would be up there in that same category. Yeah, 6'4", 285. Doesn't miss a meal.
Hides the ball well. Little comeback to the mound. Up with it and over to first, and there's 2 away. So Caliendo retired, and Artie Flomer, third baseman, will step in.
Padres, 13,
Artie Flomer, another veteran in the league. He was the MVP in the 2004 All-Star Game. He's been playing for the Padres and their manager, Jim McGee, for easily 15 years.
McTeague comes with the off-speed delivery, and way out in front is Flomer. Playing him pretty much straight away. And the 0-1, another off-speed pitch on the outside corner and swung through, and Flomer in the hole at 0-2.
And that's really one of the things you're going to see a lot of. Obviously, when you're talking about guys in the upper age division, you're not going to see 90 miles an hour. You will see some 80s, as Flomer fouls went off to the right side. But this is a breaking pitchers league, and if you can throw breaking pitches for strikes, you don't have to throw quite as hard. And that's a lot of what you see, even from a big guy like McTeague.
Hides the ball well, off-speed delivery, a little chopper cut off by the third baseman. Across the diamond in time to retire the side. So McTeague settles him down 1-2-3 in the top of the first. We head to the bottom of the first, and there's no score.
Hey, and this portion of the 2013 35 and over, 48 and over All-Star Game is brought to you by the Yes, There's Baseball in Heaven tournament this September 27th to 29th at Baseball Heaven in Yaphank, New York. Age divisions for 18 and over, 25 and over, 35 and over, and 45 and over. And that's over the weekend of September 27th to 30th. Team entry fee includes baseballs, a T-shirt, all umpiring fees, and it's played on a wonderful complex, all turf fields in a single complex, and was sold out last year. In fact, we oversold the tournament. We only have room for 30 teams, and we've already got teams signing up. The deadline for the first sign-up, at least to get the best price, is August 7th. Additional information is available at www.limidweek.com.
So good tournament of action taking place in September. As we head to the bottom of the first inning is Bill Sazlowski, a lefty on the mound for the West All-Stars here in the bottom half of the first inning. Defensively, Frank Esposito at first, Chuck Korn at second, Ben Caliendo at short, Artie Flomer at third, Scott Nigro in left, Fontaldo in center, and Carmine Infante around in right. Bo Getz is the catcher.
And this season, Billy Sazlowski is 5-1 with a .68 ERA. His one loss is to the Long Island Cubs, which is my team.
You know them very well.
I know them very well. And you're going to see we have 5 of our guys here this evening, in part because a couple of teams did not send their full complement of players, and also because, quite honestly, the Cubs are having an outstanding season, and it was very difficult to pick only 3 All-Stars.
So Steve Quiros will lead things off for the West All-Stars. We'll play 7 innings in this All-Star game. Beautiful SUNY Old Westbury.
And I really want to say at the start of the game, the field is in beautiful shape this season, thanks in great part to Brittany Ronaldo, who is the new field maintenance director here at SUNY Old Westbury, and she was out here. I was here by 3:30. She was already out there with her crew working on the field, and we've been lucky enough to play a couple of games here already during our regular season, and the field's been in great shape.
And perfect conditions. A little bit overcast, as we mentioned, but other than that, great weather. 3:30, the measurements down the line, 4:10 to straightaway center. So Sazlowski's first delivery in tight to Steve Quiros. Lefty from the full wind. The 1-0 also up tight. 2-0 the count on Quiros.
You see Sazlowski is a lefty, and he comes sidearm. So the ball's tailing in to right-hand batters, and he gets in trouble if he leaves the ball out over the plate like that. Although Quiros was not really looking for it there.
3-0 the count on Quiros. So Sazlowski looking for his first strike. Takes a little something off it, catches the corner. 3-1 now on Quiros. Scott Degato on deck for the West All-Stars. That pitch in tight, and our first base runner of the game, courtesy of a leadoff walk to Steve Quiros. So Scott Degato from the Long Island Yankees, wearing number 88, steps in. Obviously an invite to camp with the number of 88.
Well, there's no limit other than we haven't seen anybody with a 3-digit number yet. That's I think that'll be the next the next level that they go to in baseball. We'll be seeing guys wearing 135 or something. But Scott Degato, who is with the Yankees, 49 years old, has 2 children. Well, actually, more than children. As most of the guys here in 48 and over division, children are grown, although it's not necessarily the rule. We're going to talk to one of our guys later who is on a second family.
Sazlowski trying to keep him close at first. 1-1 the count on Degato. And he's got him picked off. And now the rundown play, the fake by the first baseman, Esposito. And then did Esposito get the tag in? No signal yet. Esposito pleading his case, and they'll call him safe.
Frank did the right thing. He ran at him, but he should have recognized he wasn't going to catch him. He was not in a foot race. He was not going to catch Stevie Quiros. All he had to do was shorten the distance, which he did by chasing him towards second base and then just flip it to the second baseman covering. But.
So 1-1 the count. Swinging through that is Degato now in the hole at 1-2. Now Esposito did the right thing. He did the pump fake, which froze Quiros between first and second. And then Esposito charged him, but as you mentioned, probably should have gotten the ball to the second baseman. As that ball ripped into left field for a base hit. Quiros will stop at third, and with nobody out, got runners at the corners for the West as they've got something going here in the bottom of the first.
He gets tired. Sometimes we need a guy from the beginning.
So Steve Colm, number 21 from the Brewers, with an RBI chance here. Runners at the corners, first and third, nobody out, and Sazlowski in a hole.
Stevie Colm, 39 years old, from Valley Stream, New York.
Little check swing. Runner breaks from third. Quiros. He will score the flip to first in time. Sazlowski covering, score at 3-1. And give Colin an RBI on that ground out. And it's 1-0 in favor of the West.
That's an excuse me while I check my swing and get a run in from third base.
Degato moves to second on the play. So he's in scoring position with 1 run in and 1 down for Nick Marino. Marino, a right-handed batter. So far, preliminarily, a right-handed batting order thus far as he fouls that first offering back. 0-1 the count. Now, Tim, these guys know each other a little bit, so how much does that go into these games, even in All-Star games?
Tremendous amount, and it's not that they know each other a little bit. A lot of these guys, as I said, not only have been playing in men's senior baseball for 15 or more years, but they've been playing against or with these same guys for 15 or more years. So you'll have guys here who are playing against each other today in this league, and then on the weekend they'll be playing together on another team, and then they'll go to Arizona for a tournament and be playing together on another team. So yeah, there's a lot of familiarity, and instead of breeding contempt, familiarity here breeds a lot of camaraderie, which there really is there's a fraternity of adult baseball players who have stayed with the game since they were kids, and they all share that common love for the game. As another check swing.
Come back to the mound.
Kozlowski
Seslowski
does the right.
now taking off and heading for third, and the throw is knocked down by Artie Flomer as Degato went to third on the throw to first. So score at 1-3 for the putout, second out of the inning, and Degato moving over to third. So he's 90 feet away from scoring, but there are 2 down here.
And Kozlowski did the right thing there. He turned and looked the runner back. He knew he had enough time to make the play at first. It was not only was it a comebacker, but he fielded cleanly, and even though it was another check swing, it was hit relatively hard. Degato, though, really gambling, and that one's. Oh, I guess that did hit.
Got him on the jersey, John McCormick. So he'll take his way down to first, and now runners at the corners with the 2 down. You know what you got to like, Tim, is this first inning of play, the fielding of the pitchers and how they've done the fundamentals. We've seen in this inning the ground ball to first. Pitcher Seslowski covered, fielded his position well there. And back in the top half of the first inning, we saw the same thing from McTeague on a comeback by Caliendo. So both pitchers really fielding their positions very well.
Well, keep in mind that the guys who are playing in this game, specifically, who are going to be at least 35 years old, and most of them are probably 45 and up. We have any number of guys in their 50s, even in their 60s, who still play and play at a high level. They all grew up in the era of fundamentals, of being taught fundamentals as kids, and they still carry the fundamentals with them. When you watch Major League Baseball these days, you may see guys who can hit the ball, out 40 times a year, but they don't know where the cutoff man is and what base to throw to, and when they're running the bases, they don't know, anything more than the average guy in the stands. So that's unfortunately the decline in some of the finer points of the game, I think.
Ben Caliendo with a nice backhand stop and throw to first to Esposito to nip Kyle Edwards to end the first inning. West gets a run on 1 hit, 2 left at the end of 1. West All-Stars lead it 1-0.
So this half inning is brought to you by Cantor Jewelers. Cantor Jewelers, located at 72 the Bowery in New York City. If you want a diamond of the highest quality, getting engaged, Eddie Cantor is the man to see at, let me see if I can remember the phone number, 212-226-5797. Thank you very much. 212-226-5797. That's Cantor Jewelers at 72 the Bowery, New York, New York.